I just made the video last night, how to choose the right woman. It was really kind of surface kind of material in that video, so I wanted to add to that today and give some extra clarification, if you will, and help in choosing what to look for. Do you know what I mean? Or knowing what to look for, should I say. The first thing that I want to talk about is like having someone that is literally like obsessed with you. Not everybody is like this, do you know what I mean? But for me, it's an important thing. Having someone that is absolutely fucking obsessed with you, like, it's a good, if they're not obsessed with you, like fully fucking crazy about you, you don't really mean that much to them. So it's a good indicator of where the relationship is going to go, or how they feel about you. It will take out a lot of the guesswork, do you know what I mean? If someone's completely obsessed with you, texts you all the fucking time, like calls you, multiple times a day, texts you like probably 10-20 times a day, sends you pictures, someone who wants to spend every second of every day with you. I know, we're adults, right? It's not always possible to do that. But somebody who wants that is a really good indicator for me. On top of that, someone who like supports you in your ambitions and wants to see you succeed and be successful for your benefit as well as theirs. That's always a good thing. Oftentimes, and I've seen and I've experienced this myself, but when one person in a relationship has goals and the other person doesn't, it tips the dynamic in a relationship. If you're in a relationship with someone, you both want the same sort of thing and you're both striving for the same sort of things, then it's like power coupleship, right? You're leveling up together, you're chasing dreams and goals together, and that's a good place to be. Oftentimes when somebody has goals and the other person doesn't, let's just say maybe one person in the relationship is taking really good care of themselves, going to the gym, starts to get a really good physique, and the other person has just not tried in any sort of way to improve their health. It can happen where the other partner in that relationship will start to envy the person who's taking better care of themselves and becoming fearful because they feel like you're upgrading and you're leaving them behind. And the same is true in in your ambitions. If you're chasing something and your partner is not, and you start to make strides, they're going to feel like you're going to move on without them. And that's a negative place to be, and that person will end up trying to hold you back because they want to keep you. They're not prepared to put in any effort and try and improve themselves or improve their life situation in any way. So what they'll do is they'll try and stop you from fucking achieving, do you know what I mean? And put you down and make you feel negative about yourself so that you will fucking stumble and you can be, misery loves company, right? People talk about love languages, and I didn't really know about this until quite recently, but what I did is just I wasn't used to the term, do you know what I mean? It's just how people show affection in a relationship. So I think the 5 love languages are acts of service, quality time, gift giving, physical touch, words of affirmation. So physical touch is obvious, right? Someone that touches you a lot, makes physical contact, whether that be sexual or just a gesture, a hand on your leg, holding your hand, stroking your fucking neck, your hair, whatever. Just someone who wants to touch you physically a lot, do you know what I mean? That's something you should look out for if you want to know if somebody's into you, or if you're seeing a girl and you wish to know more or whether you want to pursue things further. These are the sorts of things that you should look out for, on top of everything else that I've already spoken about. Words of affirmation. So like, she will say nice things to you. Now, not every man, it's not important to every man, do you know what I mean? But if you are not being told anything, like any words of affirmation, that's not really a good thing. So someone who says nice things to you, you know, and you know, makes you feel more confident, knows about the male-female dynamic and understands it, and knows how to make you feel more of a man, or, you know, knows how to nurture your masculine side. Do you know what I mean? And someone, you know, someone who is feminine. Let's not forget that. It's very important. You can't be, if you're not feminine, you can't really nurture a masculine part of a man, in my opinion. Quality time, I touched on this in the obsession part that I spoke about, but someone who wants to spend every fucking second with you. Now, people, you know, this is going to vary from person to person. But, you know, if someone, they may not have to want to spend every living second with you, but it needs to be clear that they want to spend a lot of time with you. If they don't, then like, what the fuck are you doing? Really, do you know what I mean? So that's important too. Acts of service. Someone who does things for you. You know, it could be any little fucking gesture. A cup of tea, or, I don't want to sound too fucking chauvinistic, do you know what I mean? But, you know, let's just say you're getting home late from work or whatever, you've got somewhere you need to be, you need to save fucking 10 minutes, and you could call up your partner or girlfriend and be like, look, can you please run me a bath? Do you know what I mean? We're running late for XYZ. And that person should be like, yeah, sure, no problem. Do you know what I mean? I've known people before that, you know, they're not willing to do these little gestures. And, you know, it's a surprise to them when you don't want to return the gestures. Some people expect these gestures and they're not prepared to give anything in return. So, you know, acts of service, someone who is prepared to do little things for you. It doesn't have to be massive, but, you know, being prepared to make these small little efforts is a big deal, and it goes a long way. Gift giving, this is probably like the least important. It's nice to receive gifts, and it just shows that the person is thinking about you. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be frequent fucking gifts, or, you know, a lot of money spent or whatever. And to be honest, this is probably the least important thing for a man, because you know, 9 times out of 10 it should be the man who's giving gifts and doing things for his woman. And you can call that sexist or whatever you want, I don't really fucking care. That's just my opinion. So yeah, that's probably the least least important thing for a man, is gift giving. Now, ideally, like, you know, I don't know what the fucking the criteria is for how many of these love languages that should be present in a relationship, do you know what I mean? But in my opinion, you need to have all of them. If you're thinking about, you know, if you started seeing a girl and she's not doing any of these things, it's not a good thing. It's not a good look at all. You know, so apart from maybe like gift giving, that being the least important for a man, in my opinion, you should absolutely have to have all of the other things. That's what I would say on that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just out in my car. I had a bit of time to kill. I'm going to spend time with the kids today, and I wanted to make this video, make the sort of sequel to that first video. So I hope you got something from this, and I'll catch you in the next one.